Go to the highlight here.
Medium well.
Here we go with what happened in this one. Look how aggressive both teams were right out of the gate here, Candace.
Yes, Dort doing a great job stepping up, knocking down shots. 12 points, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
And then the Thunder out and running. Chet had 13 points in the first quarter. In fact, he scored 12 of the first 19 points for OKC. Then it's Halliburton getting going here, Grant.
In transition, Indiana at their best. Halliburton to Toppin, and Reggie Miller approves.
Halliburton from downtown. Halliburton makes it a 2-point game.
You know, this is when the game was won in the second quarter, and in the fourth quarter, the bench, T.J. McConnell with the steals, Mathurin with all these baskets. Their bench single-handedly won this game tonight. It was beautiful to watch.
Chuck, it was that energy, that force they played with. Obi Toppin, part of that. Great find there. Finds Mathurin, who was an absolute stud in this game. Mathurin and company make it a 1-point game. Now Indiana up by 5.
You talk about a grown man move. J-Dub doing a great job. I'd like to see him get more touches for OKC in this offense, because when he gets going downhill, he is a problem.
SGA had 24 points. Tyrese Halliburton, 12.7 assists in the first half, and it was the bench that was the story, as you mentioned, Chuck, in the second quarter. Third quarter, here's Halliburton.
The second quarter and the fourth quarter, the benches, because they were down 5 or 6 going into the fourth quarter, and the bench came out and was terrific.
But you know what, Chuck, they did? They took a page out of OKC's book. They had 13 steals to OKC's 6.
Here's SGA, step back. Then J-Dub over to Chet Holmgren. Chet, great game for him. J-Dub was tremendous.
And they were great third quarter, as Chuck said. The first quarter, third quarter, OKC.
Yep.
But that second and fourth was all Indiana.
All Indiana bench. All Indiana bench.
Here it is again, Mathurin. He had 27, Chuck. And T.J. McConnell, the star. Look at that steal, Chuck.
What a steal. He had 5 or 6 steals, man, and they were all layups on the other end. Oh.
Halliburton. He was shooting 33% from 3 over the first 2 games. The big putback by Toppin.
Man, his energy level off the bench was fabulous today.
8.7 rebounds for Toppin. That. Just about 3 minutes to go. This is Neesmith.
Huge shot. Right
Big three.
Big shot.
Holmgren gets blocked by Miles Turner, leads the NBA postseason in blocks, comes up with one on the perimeter. Huge turnover.
Yeah, I think right now, this is probably much sealed it right here. I know Halliburton didn't want to throw him on it. Siakam was really way more aggressive tonight than he was in the first couple of games.
He came out aggressive.
He came, yes.
2-3 possessions of the first quarter.
And I know Hallie didn't want to throw him under the bus, but that was like night and day. I told you, if he's aggressive, I think we need more out of Miles Turner. But man, this was just a bench game today. Get a bench all the love and the flowers.
Yeah.
But McConnell, his numbers don't show up, but still show up. But Mathurin was fabulous and Toppin was fabulous.
Well, I'll tell you about T.J. McConnell, which does show up. First player in NBA history, NBA Finals history, to have a 10-point, 5-assist, 5-steal game off the bench. Ever. First. So great game by McConnell. He, Mathurin, and Toppin combined for 45 off the bench. You mentioned Siakam. Candace, in the first 3 minutes of the game, he scored the first 6 points for the Pacers.
And again, he wasn't going east and west. He was going north and south. And I think it was his decision-making off of the catch. It was quick. It was decisive. It was to the basket. And I think he got rewarded from that. Again, you said he scored the first 6 points for the Pacers, and I think that sets the tone of getting the ball to the paint and putting the pressure on the Thunder. The Thunder picked up 2 early fouls, and they couldn't play as physical as they'd like at the start of the game, and he took advantage of that.
The Thunder's signature all year has been turning over their teams and not turning it over themselves. Grant, tonight, it was very uncharacteristic of this Thunder team. They only forced 14 turnovers, only turned that into 14 points, but yet OKC turned it over 19 times, and the Pacers put that up for 21 points.
Yeah, the only other game I can think of in the postseason where OKC looked rattled offensively and just out of sorts was that Game 3 in Minnesota in the Western Conference.